I like today's set at least. So how was your day?
It's cold.
It is indeed cold.
Like, I think my fingers still need to warm up. Like, you know, literally before playing.
Well, clearly you need to have the brush all 3 ways then.
And yeah, it's not good at all. I'm tired.
What have you been doing?
Just dogs. Walking dogs in the cold. What the hell is this shitty controller? What is that crunch? Oh
no.
Great. Well, now that it has some...
The Pro Controller died.
It's a crunch. I don't know. Shit maybe got in it somehow. I don't know.
Maybe.
Wait, this thing is really slow.
I'm glad you're so blessed, Novell. You fucking...
I mean, I'd rather it be cold than hot. So I'm fine on that front.
I would prefer... I think I honestly would prefer warm to cold.
But warm to cold, that's not a contest. That's not fair. Everyone keeps saying that. That's stupid. The contest is hot versus cold, okay?
I would prefer hot because then I have excuses to keep filling myself with liquid.
What? You know you can drink water when you're cold, right?
Yeah, but you know, like that just makes me colder.
What?
Because the water is usually cold. Because what? I usually drink liquids when I'm not thirsty to cool down.
I mean, I usually just turn on the air conditioner to cool down.
We don't have those.
Well, for my parents, I might as well not have it either, but... Why? Why? God damn it. I was just going for the sniper. Oh my god, I can't play like this. It's impossible.
Do you want to join us today, Novell? Or...
You better not, there's a brush in the rotation.
Not join.
I want to have fun. Fuck! I can't do this! Also, I think I had swim speed up in the normal game, and just not having that now, I'm actually feeling it.
Yeah, that's like me and my ink saber. It's like, this should have more hits in it when I'm using one of my veins, and then it just doesn't. See, this is not right. I should have more shots.
Thank God. I have this thing. It's not enough. I guess I'm running soon, so you know, you gotta do it.
Yeah, there's like 2 hours left. Fine. It says, while I still can. So you do then? Or are you going for a bit?
What does that mean? Your Pro Controller also has jank in it? Yeah, you can ink that wall, okay. Now there's a wall to ink. Please. Can't believe that worked. Saw the flying fucker. 2 seconds later, threw a grenade. Killed it, not even 2 seconds. Another flying fucker at grates. I just want to die.
I just killed one over there.
I need like a fisheye lens picture of the cat, crazy cat, human man that I can use whenever I feel like dying.
Fish Island specifically?
Yeah, because you know how in Mario Odyssey it has the fisheye lens option and it's the meme?
Yeah.
I don't like this person
Also,
cramping my style.
His thing was a net neutrality.
No. You know, it sucks, but like I also kind of don't care about it at the moment. It's like, you know, Pennsylvania is apparently on the list of states that are gonna oppose it, so I'm set for life.
Also, saying it's currently dead is being defeatist, I would argue.
You people in Texas are in Florida. I mean, those people are fucked, right? No matter how many times
they live in Texas and Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no matter how many times they call, it's over. Oh, great. This is good. It's probably not gonna do anything. Whatever. Even in Clam Blitz mode, I would not use this weapon. Straight up.
Is it? Oh, that's right. That's Art Iron.
It is, and it looks like worse Rainmaker from what I saw opening day.
I am purged. I mean, it still sucks, but like saying they always dying is like basically giving them like an anti.
I mean, it made it past phase 1, but at the same time, like, wasn't that inevitable because the FCC is terrible?
Turn around.
Look! Are you seeing what's happening here?
Yes, I am, because I'm right beside you. I was behind a taxi. I was trying to move around you. You fucking.
Did that dude get you?
You just had to swing once. Yes, he did.
Okay, good.
Ah! You just had to swing once.
Oh my god. You're alive.
One alive. It's you. I'm behind you.
We aren't gonna win this one, that's for damn sure. Of course, knock me off. Why don't you? Oh my god. Actually, we're really close. How about that? Also, you can hear that, right?
Hear what?
Vacuum?
No.
Okay, good.
Your brush is just sticking into the face of Joanne.
It's like they don't even care. You know, there's so much space on either side to prevent this. They really don't care.
Right, wait before you hit the... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I got kicked out. So... Converge. Novelle's popped offline, I guess.
I don't even know.
You there? You guys give him a bit. Yep, give him a sec.
One.
Do you want to talk about the net neutrality thing?
There's nothing to talk about.
Above current events?
That's not. There's nothing to talk about. Literally nothing.
We can talk about America's continued desire to just completely destroy
There's
itself.
nothing to talk about. It's all common sense. We already knew. We already know every talking point about this thing. There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah. I could talk about the absolute comedy that has been our politics lately.
But we're done with Brexit. Never again.
It's getting fucking comical.
Is that actually still a thing that's news being talked about?
Yeah, it is. Like, it's constantly ongoing, man.
Well, isn't that just because they're like milking it, but there's nothing really big happening with it?
No, there's like several big things have happened with it.
I mean, is anything
phase one
actually happening?
Yes. Phase 1, like 2 major things happened recently. Like just over the past week. Phase 1 of the talks has been completed because Theresa May accepted the baseline of a deal with the European Union for leaving. She just, before she accepted this, when the deal was presented, the DUP, and who is our Northern Ireland's local insane, flat earth, racist, anti-gay, just catch-all party. Because all those people always just seem to congregate together for some reason. It's weird. But they have like 10 seats in Parliament, and they're the only thing giving the Tories a majority right now. Otherwise, Labour will be running the show. And they objected to the deal, saying, no, you can't make Northern Ireland different from the rest, because we had to be exactly the same as everyone else, except when it comes to, you know, gay marriage, taxes, abortion, etc. But we'll not get into that now. And then Theresa May was just like after she went and tried to talk sense into the DEP and found out that there's no such thing, that is an impossible concept. It would take a non-polynomial amount of time to achieve this. And then, like, shortly after leaving, like, Brussels to go talk to the DUP, she came back to Brussels in the middle of the night, accepted the deal anyway, and just said, get fucked. So, now we have to deal with a Brexit deal that is basically just, we're in the exact same position we're in now, only we now have we no longer have any say in European regulations, and we must pay them extra money. Like, and that's basically what Brexit's going to amount to now, and it's like, 10 out of 10. Thanks, lads. We've done all this fucking about to ultimately just give away some of our privileges. Great. You're all fantastic at this. And then just yesterday, last night, I forget when the vote exactly was, the government lost its first major vote on Brexit because there was an amendment like they were trying to pass. They had it in the bill that was going to enshrine Brexit into British law. They had it set so that the government could just do whatever it liked with laws. Like when it was setting up the new British legal body of laws that we need to have a whole new set in because we can't just keep using the European ones anymore. They were basically going to give themselves complete freedom to do what they liked with no oversight from Parliament or voters or anything. Naturally, that was completely disastrous, and so disastrous even various Tory MPs rebelled against it, and they tabled an amendment to basically say, no, fuck you. You have to have a vote on this when we have final say on any deal, like any stated deal, and you also can't just do what you like with the laws. This amendment passed, and basically it's shown that the Tories can't do anything right. They lost their first major vote on Brexit. So they will now basically are guaranteed to keep losing votes on Brexit. And essentially it's just revealed the thing we've always known, that Theresa May has no backbone and no ability to actually lead a government. Not really surprising, because, you know, on elected official, she's obviously not very good at this, so... And basically it's just comedy. It's just fucking hilarity. It's just amazing. Like, it's just every time the Tories try to do anything, they lose and prove they're incompetent and bad at their own job, at anything really. It's like, by the end of 2018, I would not be surprised if we have yet another Prime Minister. And hopefully Northern Ireland will have a working government at the same time, but that's probably not going to happen anytime this century. Yeah, that's our politics. You haven't been paying attention, have you?
Halfway. Like, part of it is like I can't focus on anything because of the vacuum. Another part of it is like I'm trying to play the game and failing, and then another part of it is like I'm experiencing heart failure at the moment.
Heart failure?
I don't know, shortness of breath. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Are you okay?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't sound it.
I don't know. Really, I think it just means I won't be playing PS4 later tonight. Like I was planning to! Like I'm always planning to and never doing, god damn it!
PS14 Street, or
just the PS4.
just the PS4 in general? Okay.
Still the shittiest button. I hate that controller, it's so fucking awful. Not just the buttons, but the sticks. What the fuck? Who designed that stick?
Sticks are fucking grid. What are you on about?
Like, how has that controller persisted through centuries? I don't get it.
Because the DualShock is an incredibly good controller design. Like, it's very easily accessible. Everything's within thumb reach.
Your hand naturally.
Very ergonomic.
Your stick. What was it? Really, it's just the what's it called? Lefts and rights. Hold on, I got it. Left stick. The main problem. It's like, you know, Nintendo and Microsoft have it right. Your thumb is naturally going to want to be right where it is right now on the controller. But then, Sony has the D-pad there, and then they have their pretty high up stick in the middle. That's not natural. That's so annoying.
It's in the lower left. It's not in the middle.
It's in the middle.
It's not. It's in the lower left.
That's the middle.
It's not the middle.
That's
That is not the middle of the controller. The middle of the controller is the touchpad.
That's the top
You can't
middle.
use the
It's in
touchpad
bottom
to you as a stick, man.
It's in the bottom middle. It's not natural. Like, I always want to use... My hand always goes to the D-pad.
Natural, like...
And the game in particular I'm playing doesn't use the D-pad.
Not natural, like, Nintendo's, like, weird, like, here's our stick in the top left, and Microsoft's like that as well. It's not natural. That's fucking weird. I hate stick.
Right? Like, when you're trying to use the triggers and shit, it's just... It doesn't work the other way.
Why? You like your triggers, you just have your fingers in the same spot as they are now.
No, because then your index finger has to go up to the button to compensate, not the trigger. It's not comfortable. Your hand is like doing this crab claw motion instead of this nice comfortable grip motion.
How are you holding this controller? Like, send me a picture. I want to see how you're holding this thing.
It's because, like, if the stick was just lower, why is it so high? Why is
It's not. It's at the
why
bottom
is
of
it
the
so
controller.
high? Jeez.
It's also not.
Like, I tried to use the controller, and then because,
Like, the PS4's, like, analog stick is actually, like, lower down, like, if you're on about, like, this height off the face of the controller. Like, it's lower down than the Switch Pro controller. I'm looking at them both right now.
I think it's because it's in the middle that, like, just my... In order to... Like, oh my god, I hate this thing.
What are you doing?
What a
You should
shitty,
please
stupid
take a
controller.
picture
The
and let
icing on
me
the
see
cake-
how you're holding this.
The icing on the cake is the button with the giant X on it is the confirm button. Oh my god, and the triggers are so stupid. Why are they connected to the buttons? It's not even that bad of a complaint, but it's something I noticed.
Wait, what? What triggers are you on?
The PlayStation,
Yeah, when you say trigger, what button?
like like on the back of the controller, there's the trigger and then the button, and then
They're
they're
not
connected
connected to
by
any
a piece of
buttons.
plastic instead of separated.
They are separate.
They're like one's higher and lower,
Fucked
but
up
you can still
PS
press that in.
What fucked up PS4 controller do you have? They are separate.
The one that came with the Uncharted 4 version of the PlayStation 4, even though I didn't want Uncharted 4. But I was forced, you know, my hand was forced. Can't quite reach that.
Do you genuinely send me a picture of you holding this thing? I want to know what you're doing.
I'm just,
This sounds
I'm
so
just
weird.
holding it like the way you're holding the controller you have in your hand right now. Like a normal person.
Yeah, so it should be fine then.
Absolutely.
What are you doing?
It's like there's no reason for it to be not positioned where the D-pad is.
Except that's weird. And
What are you
like, it's
talking
perfectly
about?
fine. It's perfectly fine where it is.
Oh!
That's a lot of snakes. That's 3 snakes. That is indeed 3 fucking snakes. I hate this game fucking. Immediately when I'm alive again, it's like a new one attacking me already. Like the other one died, and it was just a new one now. Oh my god. Speaking of PlayStations,
I don't want to talk about
So-
Sony's failure of a console.
well, this is tangential. Oh god, my nose is fucking with me. It's cannons.
Oh, don't worry, I know.
Yeah. So, I tried setting up that new router today, so I can actually maybe use my PlayStation 4 online, and hang on, being shot at. Let me just, if that, let's let that mob kill him. He chose this fate. And yeah, so I was like, this is fine, whatever. I can set this up. Like, it's just you plug it in and then go into settings and you say, okay, allow this, allow that, set this up, here's access control, all the usual shit. It wouldn't do any of that. I was there for 3 hours. The thing would not let anything other than my mum's laptop connect to the fucking router. No matter what I did, I factory reset that thing 5 times. I could not get into the actual router settings on the laptop either. It was allowed to connect to like web pages and shit. Wasn't allowed to connect to the router. Nothing else was allowed to do anything. They could find the connections, they could see them, they could do things with them. They weren't allowed to do anything on them. Like my phone can connect, the iPad can connect, computer here can connect. PS4 could they could all connect, they could all see the bands and everything. They just weren't allowed to do anything. And so 3 hours spent troubleshooting this every which way. Every time I tried to connect to the router, I would get in. First I would get in, it would be like a little bit, and then after like, trying to configure the internet thing, it would just suddenly kick me out to the manufacturer's like web page for you fucked up, you're not allowed inside your router because reasons. There's a ball coming in. They could just have a whole dedicated page on the website saying you can't connect to your router settings because it's not configured correctly. You're not permitted to, or whatever. And what was it? So yeah, 3 hours spent like trying every single troubleshooting option. I looked at every single combination of can't connect, won't let connect, can't connect to router, can't connect device to this. Every possible combination of this, and I did everything. I like factory reset it. I had the thing wired to the laptop. It still didn't work half the time. Like half the time I couldn't even get to the first page of the router's built-in wizard thing. What is this mod doing? Stop doing your little lag shit. I hate it when it does that because then it spawns like green ink underneath and it's like, well, you can't walk anymore. Tuesday. But well, fuck me then. My green just bounced straight out of that thing. But yeah, so after 3 hours of that, I just was like, fuck it, it's going back. Like I'm just sending this back to Amazon and getting money back. And yeah, so basically the word Netgear is banned in my house.
What about Netgear?
No, that's a lie, that's fine.
No.
Yeah.
Banned.
But it was just hell. Like there's one point where I got in and it did like, oh okay, we're gonna take 1 to 2 minutes to set up your internet here. When I got inside the router, and it took 5 minutes, and then it produced inside like the tab, like inside the page, it would just like open like a new web browser page suddenly in the middle, and redirect me to that failure page inside the router's own page. Like it would just have an embedded like browser window to the "you're a dumb shit, you're not allowed in" page in there. Like it was cosmic, and I couldn't tell what was happening, and there was no answers. Like I kept searching the name of the router and it kept coming up with something else. I noticed it had that something else name in the top corner of the like router's wizard like connection page thing. Like it's just fucked up. Like I don't know what's wrong with it, why is it doing this or anything. It's just can't do anything with it. Like it just won't let me do anything, it won't let anything connect.
So are you on your old one?
Yeah, I'm back on the old one right now.
Okay, it's like wondering if the story ended up with a happy ending.
No, the thing is sitting in its box now. I just have to take the box back up, stick it on Amazon, return label on, dump it in the nearest post office.
What? That was bullshit. We all know it.
Oh.
Oh, good, a flying fucker.
Oh, good. Oh, good, a snake. But yeah,
These people.
that's been my day.
Fucking, are you serious? Don't go for the eggs, you stupid fucking idiot. Go for the sniper that's killing everyone. Killing the boss there was just a vehicle to make it easier to get to the sniper, not to pick up its eggs.
See, yeah. And I was like, okay, we're gonna have to like try another router, I guess. And my mom asked, like, if the NAR router doesn't work, what will you do? And basically, my only answer to that was like, I don't know, like, see if I can like, if connecting to the 5 GHz band would fix it, but the PS4 can't use that. I would have to have a pro to do that. So the next answer was like, if router does not work, just completely switch the PS4 and see if that changes anything. And my mom said, instead of just going and getting an R router in case that fucks up, why not just jump straight to the new PS4?
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's the thing. I am now. She's putting a bit in as a Christmas gift, and I'm just, whenever I get the refund for this router in, I'll just do that.
You too can have a stupid looking PlayStation 4.
So you have a pro this thing.
Slim. Because I really don't care.
Yeah, you don't. It's like I'm only getting it because of this fucking internet thing. If it wasn't, I would just be content with my own one. If it could fucking work.
It really bounces off.
And if this doesn't work, I don't fucking know what I'll do.
Give up on the PlayStation 4. It's over.
I don't know, like maybe just say the version 8 of the router is broken. Can you give us a new one? And see if that, because that's technically a new router, that might re-trigger the IP address. And fix the problem that way. I could do that now technically, but I mean,
that works.
oh, that might work actually. I guess I could try it out. Technically that would be better. So how are you finding your PlayStation 4? Because you have opinions on it.
I hate this console. It is the worst thing of all time.
Well, like apart from the controller, why do you hate it?
Yeah, there's so many things. So many little things that just add up with this thing. Like, you know the universal symbol for notifications is a blue circle? I've talked about this with you. So it always shows up next to your name. On the Sony PlayStation 4, that's your symbol saying you're online. What? Why? Why? Why not just make it a green circle? That would solve everything.
Well, what's the difference though?
Because, I don't know, people just made it blue. Like, it's not my fault that, everyone's been conditioned to it. Do you know how long I spent trying to figure out how to get rid of the blue notification dot next to my name on that thing? Because it bothers me because I don't like having notification dots.
Just asked me.
Well, I did eventually.
And I would.
But I wouldn't have figured that was it. And then just how the menu works, I don't like that. Just like you have to press up to get to things, and I need to get back on it for specifics. It's just like getting the downloads page is convoluted. You can't get rid of any of the things and notifications. You accidentally like something on the PlayStation Store, and it always shows up on your homepage for some reason. Oh, too bad.
Yeah, I was trying to get you, and I was like, I have the splatter shot junior, so like my range is basically like 3 inches.
My gun again. There it is. Okay, I see.
If you could put an egg in, that would be like 10 out of 10. It's okay.
It died anyways.
I got one in at the very last second because someone killed something nearby. Novell, you have a PS4 Pro. How pro is it? Do it as a PS4 Pro, but he doesn't mention the advantages much.
Because there are no advantages.
Well, I mean like the graphical upgrades, but I guess that's probably because he just stops noticing.
I mean,
after a while.
they're naturally there. It's kind of like the 60 FPS, 30 FPS thing. You don't notice it if you're just playing at 60 FPS.
It is noise.
Like, if you ask me what this game ran at, I don't fucking know.
60 for reference.
It's just like, you know, Nintendo. I never really think of them as technical powerhouses. For all I know, it could be 30 FPS.
No, it's 60. They're actually very good at performance generally, Nintendo. Odyssey 60, for instance. Although it has like a very variable frame rate and it shifts it subtly every so often. Not for frame rate, like variable resolution, and it shifts that up and down a lot to like keep its performance like smooth.
I mean,
but you don't notice that either though. So.
Yeah, not really. Mario looks ugly all the time. Well, are we going?
On the beach.
Stupid fucking ugly hat with DreamWorks face.
The best test I saw was when me and David, like, I brought my PS4 for his, and we were playing Dark Souls 3 in the same room, because we had to do something involving being sneaky and passing rings back and forth to do funny things. And I was on my regular PS4, he's on his Pro. Dark Souls 3 runs at 60 FPS on PS4 Pro and 30 on regular. And you could visit, because we had like the TVs right beside each other, it was like, and standing in the same spot so we could actually play multiplayer in the same area. Like, you could actually see the difference. And I was like, fuck me then, there it is. Like, that's the difference. Like, you can see like how much smoother and cleaner his looks compared to my, like, somewhat shoddy, ugly little thing. Because like, it looks fine. It looks fine by itself, but when you have them like sitting beside each other, it's like, yeah, that does kind of suck, doesn't it?
Then, like, I don't know, it makes you wonder, is it worth several $100s?
I mean, generally no. It's only if you like really want that performance.
It's only if you're rich.
I'm like, I don't get denied because like, fuck, I don't know.
Quote, necessity, end quote. He's just been looking for this excuse forever. For all we know, the router actually just works.
It actually doesn't though. Really? I could stream myself if it didn't show my IP address. I could stream myself fighting this fucking internet connection.
And some
say streaming PlayStation 4 OS and
just send a representative over. Oh, you know what else I hate about the PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
That, you know, that's the normal place. It's even worse on the normal PlayStation 4. It's just like you can't see the face buttons. It's like
what?
I didn't know where the eject button was on this thing. I had to look it up. Why?
Oh, right.
Why do I have to look that up?
I mean, when I first got mine, I had to ask David, which was rich, but that was it.
Every time I have to eject a disc, which I shouldn't be doing in the first place because I shouldn't have any discs, but Sony finds a way to force my hand.
You should have this as period.
Maybe that's another reason why I hate the PS4.
Have you seen the PlayStation Network's download speeds? Of course you have fucking disc.
Well, see, that's another part of it. It doesn't make any sense. A 2 GB demo shouldn't take an hour to download.
No, see, it makes sense, it's just bad. Like, the sense is Sony's network infrastructure is fucking terrible.
Aren't they
that
like
makes
a
sense, it's just
multi-billion-dollar company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is TransLink, but our buses still don't appear on half the time anyway. So.
I think the Nintendo 3DS downloads faster than that. And the Nintendo 3DS has an actual excuse. Instead of a giant chunk of a console.
But then again, you know, Nintendo is also a multi-billion-dollar international company, and well, look at their network infrastructure.
Well, I think their network infrastructure is like, well, it depends how you define it. Like, it works.
No servers is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's that. But
like some of the download speeds are terrible, but at least they have working like actual servers for multiplayer games.
No one gonna do anything.
Yep. Neville, you just part yourself staring in the corner, alone, like you're the child at the end of Blair Witch. You cannot open the menu on the Switch. That is.
Which menu?
Hey, he's back. I don't know, I guess he's trying to hit like the home menu. That is without the game internet crashing. Okay. I guess he's checking something.
At least the PlayStation 4 has themes. You can't rotate between them, which is another thing I hate about it, but like at least it has themes. The Nintendo Switch console This stupid company has the infrastructure for that already on their Nintendo 3DS console family.
Yeah, but the Switch is like was literally just put out as fast as possible. So is the PS4 for that matter. Like the operating systems on the pair of them are like pretty much like unfinished, especially compared to their previous. Like, how did that even happen? I got punched through that wall somehow, like through this net thing here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just like got punched by a Kurok and I just went straight through it somehow.
Yeah, you made a bank. You know.
Well, yeah, but I didn't swim or anything. I just got punched through it.
Yeah, but like you made a bank. Ah.
My ink was solid at that point. You know, because I keep dying down there because things keep assaulting me every time I try to do anything. Like now, where I keep trying to shoot this chum, and every time I do, he punches me away, and then my aim goes off kilter.
You're not using the excuse me, brush, are you?
No, I'm using the Tinkerbell. And the wind-up is just so long, and these guys just keep punching me every time I try to shoot them. It's like,
Yeah, it is way free, isn't it?
just let me fuck this fucking wall, I swear to God. It's one thing the PS4 can do though, it can go to its home menu if I disconnecting online.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know what real purpose that would have.
Going in, like, doing parties or checking trophies and shit.
Checking trophies. This guy.
I mean, hell, you can also just go in, like, buy a game, download it, and just go back to the game you were playing in the middle of it.
You're gonna have to.
There's a number of things right, there's a number of things wrong. For instance, no PlayStation 1 support. What the fuck?
Is there a USB port on the back of the console?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just have this, you know, external,
Hard drive.
yeah, that's the word. This external hard drive plugged in the front, and it's really annoying because it gets in the way of the disc tray and shit.
Yeah, there's one in the back you can just stick in there.
Okay. I was like, hold on, is that something else? Oh, you know what else I hate about the PS4?
Go ahead.
The logo. The 4 is a
Logo.
fucking triangle, not a 4. A triangle with 2 little nubs. That's not a 4.
That is a 4.
And besides, it's using the worst kind of 4.
How did
The
that...
triangle 4. Instead of the right angle 4.
So it is a 4 is what you're saying.
Well, only because we know it as a 4. So stupid. The stylized P and the S is fine. That's comedy gold right there. But
For fuck's sake. I gotta link David this entire segment. Just, he is the Sony man.
what, he likes this thing?
David's like his mainly PlayStation, always has been.
What a fucking idiot! Ah!
Like he's basically, you know how like everyone like in one of our little friend circles is basically has only ever like played Nintendo or like PC stuff. He's the exact opposite, where he is almost solely played Sony stuff. He has played like a Nintendo 64 and I think a GameCube, and that was about it.
I mean, soon enough, everyone's just gonna be playing PC stuff if my ideal future comes to fruition. I mean, no, wait, yeah, as long as Nintendo exists, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Sony games, though. They're usually on PC too. Heck yeah. That's not really a plus for the PlayStation, is it?
Sony's games aren't though, because Sony makes first party games.
What games has Sony made recently?
Horizon Zero Dawn,
Well,
that
I
golf
think
game,
you just
various
sealed the fate.
PlayStation VR games that are like they make
They're
themselves.
trying.
There's GT Sport recently.
What? I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, at least they made everybody's golf. I guess I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, or Hot Shots Golf or whatever the fuck it's called.
It's like, it used to be Hot Shots, now it's Everybody's Out now. Entry level into the series right now, so. I had to boot that up.
Yeah, that though.
Because I think it has monthly cosmetics, and there might be wintery stuff in December that I'd miss otherwise, so. I had to remember to do that.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say though is someone who won't exist if PCs keep getting bigger is Microsoft, or rather the Xbox won't exist anymore, because it basically doesn't right now.
World exclusive.
You've seen what's happened with PUBG on that, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising that game is like early access.
That's not.
I think my favorite.
Because it's being sold in stores, like as a boxed disc thing.
Wow, that's even worse. I think my favorite thing about it is that the thing where it's like the highlights thing that they have.
Oh yeah, the stream where they only show people who are nearly winning because the game they're like, oh no, this is too slow for the Xbox audience.
I mean, it's too slow for me. I'm with them. The game is too slow. I can't take it anymore.
I really like the flow of that game. I don't even play it. Excellent. That's my super is Stingray. That was a really bad move, but it worked out.
You kind of look like an idiot there.
I did, because it's like, splash down quick, and I was like, wait, no, that was last game, was splash down. This is the Stingray game.
You know,
Please let me up.
I'm not a fan of the heavy swaggling in Salmon Run, and I'm not a fan of the brush in any mode ever. I think you could have a mode where it's just running, and I would not be a fan of the brush still, even though that's the only thing I like about it. Oh, just kill it! Oh, just weapon! Oh!
We can't, there's just so many like little shitlings in the way stopping us from reaching it. I was firing into that fucking crowd constantly, aiming at the sniper, and there's just a new chum to take the shot every time. I can't even get the eggs because this fucking snake and steelhead and everything, man. Oh my god. Why is the snake chasing me? Oh, damn it. Nobody else eats these things. I will need to be lent assistance. Oh, you're the only one alive. Oh, dude. Okay, no. It's fine, though.
You should have said that the other time I was only alive, because, like, I was fucking around still. So we're lucky I survived that one time. I think it was wave 1 of this, even.
I thought you took this game entirely seriously.
What?
I thought you took this game entirely
well, I
seriously.
mean, you know, not being...
This is unlike your demeanor.
Not being careful, I guess, would be the thing.
I'm so glad there's always like a little crowd of tiny little baby salmon that appear and just eat my ankles. I'm so glad someone keeps fucking tiny baby enemies to all Nintendo games, because really think someone's staff is a pedophile or something at this rate, because goddamn.
I forgot I was waiting for that will sooner. Instead of me just trying to lure shit away.
Yeah. That was kind of a lost cause, though. It was just too many things. At least they're peggers, Tim. But yeah, the most powerful console on Earth can only run PUBG with a 30 FPS cap, and it doesn't actually make that most of the time.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the PC. There are like 3 things in my brain that use the term powerful console. There's like the Xbox One, which is the most powerful console ever. There's the Nintendo Switch, which is the least powerful console ever. And then there's the PC, which is just the powerful console. I can't, you know, manage all these. Every time you just think of that one poster, it's like, I witnessed the most powerful com ever.
Your sacrifice is...
Yeah, no, totally worth it.
totally.
Like, I think I was gonna make it, and I was just gonna say throw a grenade. Just run through them, why not?
Oh.
So is it faster to run with this thing than it is to swim if there's ink already in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If we ever do
The
clam
ink brush
blitz,
and the carbon roller have that benefit.
if we ever do clam blitz, then
I would use the ink brush instead of the octobrush.
Well, I wouldn't get too hasty there. You know, killing is still a part of it.
I guess. So I guess I'll just use either or depending.
Test it out. Also, since you actually remember
Fair,
that the
fair.
umbrella is an umbrella, that could
Yeah.
be useful as well. Of course. See, that shouldn't have gone in, but it did. It still baffles me every time. I wonder how well this keeps up with you when you go fast. Rubber banding bullshit.
Even here, the cars rubber band.
Oh. Oh. Okay. For a second I thought that was wave 3, but there were 3 seconds off.
What's happening? Oh wow, that's Hazrat's teleporting.
Oh, good. Even better.
Low tide again.
Worth it again. Just to have all 3 waves be that.
Sick. Cheers.
Oh good, another one.
I have Stingray if I need it. I will be able to use Stingray if I ever stop being chased by this fucking tiny thing, I swear to God.
For a second I thought this dude left, and I was gonna be like, fuck. Right. Thing doesn't have a good aim after a distance. I mean, I only need 2 laps at least, so right here. It's not close enough. Ah! Don't turn around. Yeah, they're 3 flying fuckers, so I could just survive, you know.
Yeah, it's just survive time. Which I would do if I would stop being attacked by things that are too small to see. Clown thing, that's actually out now. Like the update was today or yesterday or something like that.
Not last night, I think.
Okay.
Like the night before, maybe?
Something like that. Fuck. Yeah, it's like, it's already out. And it's again ranked. Where are they coming from?
Ah. You think I know? Can't see.
Oh, there's some enemies here. There's a mall.
Wow.
Someone killed it here.
Oh, it's that. I
That's
know
close
who,
enough,
unless
I
you
guess.
said someone just to get, you know, get off your back.
Someone that was shooting enemies.
I mean, that could still qualify as you. I think that you're trying to worm your way out of this without technically lying. Assumptions are dangerous things.
Which is why you keep making them.
What are you talking about?
You're assuming that I did it.
You can't just assume that you didn't do it.
Good. And you wouldn't be making assumptions. You wouldn't be playing this dangerous game. Why is it just like this perfectly overlapping frames all the time? God damn
I
it.
thought you were used to this by now. Oh! Up to
Oh dear.
might as well through, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not making it.
Fucking rip me.
That was weirdly good.
Yeah.
So I thought that we were gonna be done. I don't know why.
What the fuck? I just looked on Twitter because it's between rounds. I have a notification that some other Twitch streamer has liked my like stream tweet where I say this is the happy time angry hour where we beat fish and steal our young for food and fuel.
Yeah, no, there's some like, I don't know if they're people or bots that just see tweets that have Twitch links and then like or retweet them.
Probably is that. I wonder if whoever like runs those like anticipates supporting such language.
Oh, of course. Over here.
Of course.
Oh, I'm dead.
What are you? Sick. I keep forgetting the ink brush actually is that much faster than other. Come on. Than the octobrush. So I'm like, I don't use it to actually escape when I should. So I use the octobrush running for getting across enemy ink.
It's like the only time it's useful.
Instead of like traversal.
Here and in ranked. You could have tried to shoot the thing. Straight up. One alive.
I actually missed having this speed. God damn.
What do you mean?
Cause I always use the octobrush and like its run is just normal run speed. Well, you know, like it's like sub swim speed, but like above walking speed or whatever the fuck. Where then like the ink brush is just like zoom. Wait. Oh shit. That thing appeared quickly. Cannot believe that a single shot from the heavy splatting can actually fail to kill one of these things. So like, oh fuck.
Oh, it's over.
What was I gonna say? Let's see. I had watched like just to see it for myself. Scroby Cat, who makes like regular montages of companies or games specific incredible failures. He made like a montage of PUBG on regular Xbox One and then on Xbox One X, and it's just terrible both times. But I then went because as I do when I see it get like linked to him, I just watch some of his montages over and over again. And I was watching the Mass Effect Andromeda one, and I'm like, man, that was released this year. It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, it was a meme.
It was, deservedly so. And we now live in a world where Nier Automata outsold a Mass Effect game.
I mean, I wouldn't really know about that.
I mean, regular Nier, like original Nier, bombed hard. Like it barely sold like 100,000 worldwide.
But isn't that because it started a male character that wasn't, you know?
I mean, it was probably because the game was honestly not that refined in terms of gameplay, and it was in like the middle of the PS3 and 360 generation, where like any game that wasn't like, you know, a shooter or like very deep emotional plot wise, while also not, well, you know, also being American made, wouldn't get any attention from anyone, because that's filthy and wrong and you're not allowed to like those things. And then Nier Automata like sold 2 million anyway. I remember seeing like Square Enix's press release from like the financials saying, we basically, they didn't say it exactly like this, but they basically made, we have no idea how this happened, but we like it. And they implied that they're basically going like Nier's now they're going to be given more chances, which is great. Because it deserves it. And that basically means Yoko gets more money to do things, and that's amazing. I remember like one of Square's producers, like he was joking when he said it, but he said like one day he'll direct a Final Fantasy. He's like, do it. Like 16, do it, give him it. You fucking cowards, give him it, see what happens.
There.
What is that?
Stupid fucking shit brush shit fuck won't kill stupid fucking car ass shit. This is a terrible weapon, I hate it!
Nier did get best soundtrack at the Game Awards, which surprised me, because I was expecting it to basically just be laughed out of the room by
it was up against Cuphead, so I would not have been surprised either way if it was Cuphead.
No, it wouldn't have been given. If it wasn't Nier, it would have been given the Horizon.
I mean, I don't know the soundtrack for that game either.
It's generic orchestral shite. But I'm saying it wouldn't be given it because of actual music quality. It would be given it because Sony would be like waving fibers and crying.
For a second, I thought that was a pun. Generic. Is that how you say it?
Generic, yeah.
Not generic?
Generic.
Okay, so that's probably a country thing.
I have played Nier Automata and regular Nier. I've beaten both of them. Seen all endings. Well, not all. I haven't seen all of Automata's endings. I've saw like its main storyline.
Fake fan.
And I have seen all of Nier's endings and played Nier. I also saw the ending in Dragon Guard that led to Nier. That was an experience.
Seems like something you would have done.
Yeah. Because that's what I did when I was like 10. I just did absolutely everything in games.
Oh, no, I mean like get all the endings in the new one.
Oh yeah. It's like it was like I did it when I had like a brief week off of work because of reasons, and I was like coming to the end of it, and I was like, most of the endings are the little text things more than anything. I just got like some of the key ones, and then I went like, that's fine. Like most of the endings that are like the actual main storyline ones, like the bad endings and shit.
Yeah, just Google.
I mean, I do intend to go back and see them at some point. But it's just, you know, when I can handle my affairs such that I'm free enough to consider myself able to do so. Which is basically when I get this fucking Splatoon 2 Let's Play finished.
So Mel and I were both looking at the Mary Poppins at the top of the thing, And then I figured that, alright, Novell got it, I'm gonna go get the eggs or whatever. I guess Novell thought the same thing because we both left at the same time. I'm like, gosh.
And then there was like 2 malls.
Then we,
or 3
we
malls,
both
whatever.
came back at the same time too. Because we both realized, like, wait, no, hold on, I thought he was gonna stay. There's a sniper on shore.
I know, working on it.
No. Close.
He's working the endings now. They're pretty good. There's one that is like takes. I'm not gonna actually say what happens in the ending. You fucking.
You never know. You never know.
No, you do know, because I know you intend to play. I'm not gonna say what's in
Look,
the
I
fucking
don't
ending.
know. You could say anything.
I'm just gonna say that, you know, it takes a lot to do, and I haven't done it. I just know that it takes a lot to do, and I was like, fuck, I will not do this because I don't have the time right now.
Spoilers.
It's not even. It's like it's not even one of like the main endings or anything. It just takes a lot. So, like, after whatever you're currently doing, what is your plan for next?
I don't even know. Like, I have a list. It's probably gonna be one of those, you know, Gavin AAA games I never cared about before in my life that I'm trying to care about. So maybe Nier. It may be Persona. I don't know.
Nier would be a good choice because its main storyline isn't all that long by RPG standards. Like, it was only as long as it was for me because I kept wandering the side quests and shit.
I mean, I intend to do everything, which is why I'm like, what's it for Final Fantasy 15? I'm like,
You intend to or don't
intend to.
You will be in Nier for a very
Yeah, I
long
mean, that's
time.
what I heard. Which is why I never really wanted to play it.
Whereas, honestly, like most of like Final Fantasy 15 stuff is just like hunting quests, like go kill monsters. There are some good ones in there, to be fair, some unique ones, but a lot of it is just here is like pack a monster, go kill. You don't necessarily have to do all that.
I thought that was Xenoblade.
And that's just RPGs. Interesting. It would be interesting to see you with 15, I think.
I have no idea what to expect.
A lot of homoeroticism, actually. Not even joking.
Are they actually gay?
No, well,
Cowards.
one might be.
Is it the one
Just
with
from
the
how he gets
camera?
it. Just from he gets. No, he's like feverishly heterosexual.
Does that mean that he goes out with the
describe it.
boob lady?
No, that means he desperately pines for it.
Boob lady. I gotcha.
He also then, you know, desperately pines for like any other girl he happens to pass with. He's one of those guys. But then there's Gladio, who, based on one mission I had with him suddenly, out of the blue, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gay. Like,
Is he the kind of
very
buff
sure.
guy one?
He's the buff guy with
Okay.
the big sword.
It's always them.
And I'm pretty sure Ignis just doesn't have a sexuality, he's just in it for food.
Is he the guy that wears the cup noodles?
He's the glasses. He's the guy who will have the line that will be burnt into your memory.
I know like nothing about that game other than I think earlier today I read DSS talk about a method for beating someone. It's like
Beating someone.
I don't know, apparently it's a problem. It's hard or whatever. It's just like repeating, like throw thing down and then...
I mean, that's honestly like most of like the hardest fights in the games can be solved by just throwing a magic spell at your feet and laughing.
Let's see. I would get him into stasis, and then I would do
No.
aerial ice daggers, ground ice daggers, aerial ice daggers, etc., and hope they didn't put me in danger before I got a nice combo. Whatever that means.
I have no idea what that means. It might be a comrades thing, I don't know. Or using... Yeah, I don't... He's not talking about magic anyway. Like, he's not having any magic I saw in the base game. He's not going to get all the endings, just the good ones. That's a fair way to do it. Oh, that's us. Do you want to keep going?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Because you just kind of like, alright.
No.
No. I truly despise that most of the things I get out of this fucking thing are money. I have no need for any of this. I mean, I guess those chunks are handy. Then the R2 things are also money, and it's just like,
It's probably going to be useful in 2 years. I don't know why they don't give you the option to use money now. Well, never mind.
What do you mean?
Because they have to make the Splatfest seem important.
Anything in the shops? Not really.
Oh, these aren't the ones I'm thinking of.
There's just so much gear with like cold-blooded. Nah. He's had one for a while. Alright. Have you ended your stream?
Yep.
Or? Okay, I'll end mine.